Alright, we got the New England Pidgeots on the screen. That can only mean we're playing Andrew. So, here we go. His in-game name's going to be Anaduit. Obviously, Bioshock Infinite. Not really sure why he picked that, but I know he did an LP of it. So, anyway, there's that. Not doing team preview again, getting back to some normalcy after the last video where we did do team preview. And looks like he's got the appropriate clothes for the name now anyway. So, Smeargle versus Gyarados. And Gyara's not going to break my sash in one go, so it would definitely be okay to get Gyara asleep. Always a big threatening thing. But since team preview was off, I don't know if he's got a Spore immunity, which looks like he does as he goes into Breloom. We're going to set up Sticky Web turn 1, and that's going to be all well and good. So now we're not going to be able to Spore this thing, and I could do a couple of things here. I might be faster since I'm plus speed nature, and I believe these two are both base 70, and Breelooms tend to at least sometimes like to run Adamant, sometimes Jolly, sometimes Adamant. But I don't know what kind of loom it is. Remember back in 4th gen when every Breloom had like the same 3 moves, and then either had Seed Bomb, Leech Seed, or Stone Edge? Yeah, those were the days. Anyway, got a couple of things. We could try to Parting Shot, if lower its attack if it wants to be like a subset or something. I don't really want to get Mach Punched, but that might be an okay thing too. But I think I'm actually going to go for his 4th move. It's a little bit of novelty thing, but it can definitely come in and be pretty epic at times, which is Transform. That's what we're going to go for here. Shout out to Blah for, I think he's the one who popularized that. And he's actually going to Bullet Seed, which if I hadn't transformed and gained that grass resistance as well as his stats, would have broken my sash and probably killed me if it hit enough times. So, as it is, it did under half, and of course, has variable hits, so it's going to be unreliable. So he's going to Mach Punch, and it's barely going to live that. And he has leftovers, but we're just going to click Mach Punch again. There we go. We see his moveset. Rock Tomb, by the way, awesome with Technician now. It's got 60 base power and 95 accuracy. Probably better than Stone Edge on Breloom. But we're just going to click Mach Punch again, and he's thinking about it. And we're just going to try to win the coin flip chance and try to maybe get a free Breloom kill, or at least get it down really, really, really low if lefties took him out of KO range. And up, there we go. We win the speed tie, and it's gone. So Color Man, thanks to Transform, gets his first and I'm pretty sure only kill of the series due to having no attack moves. But I'm pretty pleased about that. Got to use a Breloom, and I got to Mach Punch twice. So in comes something else with priority. Gets caught in Sticky Web, so we're pretty much for sure faster. Don't know if it wants to be Mega or not. Right now, Color Man being at this low HP, granted Web is up, so he should be able to come in and Spore some stuff. That would be great. But I think ultimately I'm going to be okay just sacrificing him off. We'll have the faster Mach Punch versus Bullet Punch, of course, so we're just going to get a little bit of damage on there. And trade Color Man for some damage on Scizor. If it's a Roost set, that might not be the best idea. But anyway, now we have a couple of options due to the lowered HP. Of course, we have our Physical Wall Gliscor we could go into, and Knockoff might be nice if he, based on that not Mega Evolving that turn, I'm going to assume it's not Mega. So Knockoff would be a nice thing to get onto it, as well as just Earthquake for stab. Vaporeon might be okay as well, resisting Bullet Punch, maybe getting some burns, having Acid Armor, all that good stuff. But I ran some calcs, and turns out that due to him being definitely slower, due to Sticky Web, Aegislash, Swordman, should be able to come in, and I think even if he's got, max or close to max HP, should be able to just finish it off from here with Shadow Ball. So that's what we're going to go into and do, looks like. Although, okay, yep, we're going to go ahead and click it right now. I already ran the calc when I brought him in, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go first, of course, due to Web. Shadow Ball, going to take out the Scizor, and, oh, that's, what? That's not a dead Scizor. And that is a Thief. Technician Thief, 60 base power now, of course, and that's a dead Aegislash. He told me after the battle, Assault Vest Scizor, so worked very well. I tried to do a calc, and my calc was wrong. So, thanks to Assault Vest. So I guess at the very least, though, that does remove the potential of him roosting, so there's that. That's kind of helpful. But anyway, I got a couple of things we could... I'm a little disturbed at this point that somehow I thought my calc was wrong, but I didn't know at the time he was Assault Vest. I probably should have picked up on Assault Vest at that point, but I don't know. Maybe I just thought he was max HP, also max special defense, and plus special defense nature or something. I don't know. So Guts, we drop in Guts Man, and kind of a couple moves we could go for here. I could Bullet Punch and just take the kill, but Gyarados might want to come in and make the Bullet Punch useless. And, Scizor, even at 1 HP, I have no hazards up, so that might be a nice thing to keep around, either for death fodder or to drop in and, do a nice Bullet Punch on something. But anyway, I just go for Stone Edge, thinking Gyarados might want to come in and negate Bullet Punch pretty much completely. Can also D-Punch and throw Confusion on somebody, but ultimately, I don't think that was a wrong move. I think expecting Gyara to come in there was fine. I wasn't in any threat to die with Machamp at any rate, and Scizor was going to go down regardless. Or it was either going to be Scizor goes down or Gyara gets hit. But obviously, in retrospect, Bullet Punch was the move to go for. But anyway, so Clawitzer comes in. This is the third. I don't know why Clawitzer was so popular in this series, but it was. So we could do the safe thing, and the same thing we've done pretty much every time, which is go out to Vaporeon. Since the speed is lowered, once again we have essentially Scarf Machamp here. Scarf Machamp is amazing, and at least when you can switch moves and have Life Orb. This is actually one of the couple things that I like about Machamp over Conkeldurr. That little extra base speed really helps him outspeed a couple extra things. But we're just gonna go for D-Punch here. Leave it up to a coin flip chance if we get a free kill on Clawitzer, and unfortunately we do not. So I'd use Sludge Bomb though, so based on that, I'm not sure if I would have been totally comfortable going to Vaporeon or not. Getting the 30% poison chance, that's kind of dicey. It's kind of dicey, so might have been the better play in the long run, but I'm not, not getting Vaporeon poisoned. I'm perfectly fine with. Did a comfortable amount of damage to it. And the bad thing is now we lost our lead, and we lost both of our main damage-dealing Life Orb Beat Sticks. So we're kind of down to our Mega Absol, and 2 walls. But granted, if I'm down to 3 pokes, and 2 of them being my walls, I'm probably okay with that. Those are usually the 2 I'm going to depend on to come back and be able to win something. So we're down 3-4 right now, but if he wants to stay in, it's going to be 3-3 momentarily. We're just going to get Mega'd up and trying to decide if I want to pick a different move if he wants to switch out or not. Play Rough, for example. Play Rough has that nasty chance to miss that I'm really not a fan of. And so, that's why Shadow Claw is on the moveset, to be some sort of a reliable 100% do some damage to something, I suppose, unless it's normal type. But he's just going to stay in, and we're just going to Shadow Claw, and that's going to be sufficient to remove the Clawitzer. So we're up to 3-3 now, and now something's almost certainly going to come in to scare Mega Absol out. I suppose Sword Stance was a potential option there, but there's no way he would have let me get one of those up for free, so I don't think there's much reason to do that. So T-Tar comes in, and this could definitely be Mega, and it's got way too much physical bulk to expect Play Rough. I don't even know if Play Rough would 2-hit KO. You would think it would, but I'm not going to place any confidence in it whatsoever. So for the past 7 years or so, Gliscor has been pretty much one of the best switch-ins to the T-Tar, unless I guess it runs Ice Beam. Nice, there we go. Nice voice crack. Anyway, we're going to switch in Gliscor. That's what we're going to do. Who actually has not come in yet, as he's not yet had Poison go up. But anyway, so this is indeed his Mega. So he's going to get Mega'd up to Mega T-Tar, which has that 700 VST. So ridiculous. He's a monster. Anyway, we'll see what he wants to go for. And as long as it's not Ice Beam, I guess he'll be pretty okay. It's going to be Stone Edge, and that is going to hurt a lot. So that was a crit, did 100 points. So I guess non-crit should do around about 66 or so. So in theory, I should be able to live one here. Definitely Gyarados might be a nice thing to bring in if it wants, dodge an EQ, dodge something like that. So it's kind of tempting, especially since I am faster. I can just roost on the next one. It's kind of tempting to go for Toxic right here, but ultimately I do favor some long-term longevity. If Gyarados comes in, I can just go to Vaporeon, and we can dance around between these two. Vaporeon beats Gyarados, Gliscor I guess beats Tyranitar unless he's packing something nasty for me. But we're just gonna roost here. I guess that also helps me scout if he does have Ice Beam, since we would lose some of the weakness. He just wants to set up Stealth Rock, which at this point I don't mind too much. We have no spinner, but it's certainly fine. I have a full HP Gliscor, and the best way to get this thing whittled down is definitely going to be Toxic before EQ due to its big base defense. So the perfect thing happens. Gyarados comes in and gets Toxic. You know, this is the thing I can't stay in on with Gliscor. I can stay in on Tyranitar. I cannot stay in on Gyarados. So getting it Toxic on a switch in is amazing. That Gyarados is essentially dead to me now. I can send in Vaporeon, and maybe if he has Taunt, that might be pretty good. But honestly, even with Taunt, I think we wear it down quick enough. So anyway, he Waterfalls, I guess thinking maybe I might want to get cheeky and go for knockoff, but that is not the case. And he is a lefties Gyara, so he's going to be somewhat bulky, looks like. So getting that Toxic, definitely amazing. We're probably just going to be content to go for Acid Armor. If he wants to taunt that, then I guess that's fine. But getting at least one Acid Armor off, I don't know if he wants to maybe just go for another move. Also, if he wants to switch into T-Tar, getting an Acid Armor up would be nice, even though he's got the big special defense with the sand. Throwing some Scalds on there is going to be very helpful. And yeah, I'm feeling actually pretty confident. I don't think I actually know his 6th at this point, and you can see the screen freezes there, which unfortunately means a disconnect. So I don't know how it would have ended up in the end, but I definitely felt like with my 2 walls against the last 2 guys you saw as we clicked Acid Armor right there, I felt like I had the upper hand, but who knows. Anyway, Team Tebow is going to be very sad about the disconnect, but I will see you guys for the next one, which should be the last video of this series. Thanks for watching, and later days.